My name is Onesmo Ngoma. I'm the president of the Tanzania Professional Box Commission, and I represent International Box Federation, that means IBF, in Africa. And I came in the United States on the May 28th to attend the annual International Box Federation convention, which was being held in Honolulu, Hawaii, from May 29th to June 2nd. And as soon as of the conference, I came down to Washington, D.C. To meet with the ambassador of Tanzania, Her Excellency Mwanaidi Majaa, in order to discuss about the role of the government of Tanzania in promoting boxing in Tanzania, professional boxing particularly. And IBF, as a sanction body, is very interested to develop boxing industry in Tanzania as a means of actually creating employments and contributing towards economic, social economic development. And we are planning to establish a project called IBF Sports Tourism. That's a package that will enable promoters in Tanzania to promote a number of boxing tournaments in Tanzania. That is for African tournament titles, for intercontinental titles, and even the world titles, if that the projects actually get require support. And so we also want to promote Tanzania image in the world, particularly in the United States. So using sports tourism, we know that Tanzania image will be promoted to the required level, and with that also will be actually encouraging investors or our members across the globe to visit Tanzania as tourists, and that will contribute towards economic of Tanzania, and of course by extension job creation, etc. And so that's why we're here. And I came with the president of IBF International here, the world president for IBF International, Mr. Daryl Peoples, who is actually based in New Jersey, at the head office of International Box Federation, to meet with Madam Ambassador Mwanaidi Majaa. And we had a very successful discussion about the collaboration of Tanzanian government with the IBF into actually promoting boxing in Tanzania. And so we just finished our discussion, and it was very successful. And I must say that for the first time since I was appointed to represent IBF in Africa, this is my best day, because we've never conducted a high-level discussion with the government like what we just did some few minutes ago. And so I must say that we are somewhere. Boxing in Africa has come of age, and we are going somewhere. And I hope that in a number of years from now, we'll be at a very good level. Remember, I said that IBF has launched a sports tourism program for Tanzania. In fact, it's for Africa, geared we have identified Tanzania and Ghana as pilot countries, and particularly Tanzania. Within that program, we are promoting tournaments, boxing tournaments. And what is even more important, those boxing tournaments will be covered by international televisions network. That means there'll be those fights will be televised and broadcasted outside Tanzania. And when you're saying right now, the world is a global village right now. Everything is actually online. And there'll be actually bloggers like you with coverage of all those fights. And the fights will be put on the blogs and also YouTubes and all that. People across the world will be able to access them and all that. So that will promote Tanzania. And again, it will promote also the name of boxing, Tanzania boxers, because without promoting them using these international fights, there will be no promoters, no international promoters will know them. So we know that once they take several fights, a number of fights in Tanzania, they will actually build up the record, credible records, and in that way they'll be marketable in United States, in Europe, or outside Tanzania. And once we are able to achieve that, Tanzania boxers will find market in the United States in Europe and elsewhere. And that's when they will actually be able to be contracted by American promoters and etc. But without that, actually, nobody knows Tanzania boxer right now. So IBF, thanks to IBF, now is getting into Tanzania to promote boxing in Tanzania by sanctioning Tanzania, professional boxing fights there. And that will involve Tanzania boxers and other boxers in Africa. And with that, I know that within a few years from now, 2, 4, 5 years, we'll have many good boxers from Tanzania who will be fighting in America, in Europe, and elsewhere.
Our focus of the conversation with the ambassador was, again, I'd like to reiterate, to develop sports tourism in Tanzania with the IBF in conjunction with the Tanzanian government. We are a boxing organization. We plan, through the tournaments that Mr. Ngawi spoke about, is to actually develop world-class boxers in Tanzania and all over Africa, but Tanzania is going to be our African headquarters. By giving these athletes a chance for exposure through fighting in IBF-sanctioned contests, they'll move throughout the IBF system and possibly, and hopefully, and I'm also ambitious that we'll have a few fighters from Tanzania and other African nations that will get the opportunity to fight for an IBF world title. I was encouraged by my conversation with the ambassador. We worked out a few logistical things, but I'm enthusiastic and I'm very grateful for her support.